I want to suggest to you 5 choices you can make today to live a more adventurous life. You know, it's so easy in our life that we have a job, we go to work during the day, we come home from work, we have dinner, and we just relax. And we can find ourselves at a place in our life where we're kind of in a rut going through the motions. We don't see a lot of excitement, anticipation in our life. That is part of the excitement of life, to have an anticipation and a joy about the challenges that we face and the areas that we're able to grow in our life. And I think that we can make choices in our life in order to add more adventure, to add more excitement into our life, not for the sake of just having more excitement, but for the sake of enjoying life and being more effective in our life. I've been challenged as I've gotten the second part of my life, understanding the best is yet to be, to look for the opportunities, to not be in the rut and not just go through the motions of work and all the things that I do, but to begin to focus on looking past those things to the opportunities and the adventures that I can have before me. Helen Keller once wrote, "Life is beautiful. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing." Wow, what a challenging statement for a woman who was blind and could not see and had great difficulties, and yet she saw in her life that life could be a daring adventure. Life could be something where we face those challenges, face those difficulties, that we move out of the rut into the enjoyment of life and having it be more than just the mundane day-to-day activities. I remember watching the movie Hook with Robin Williams, and this whole idea of Peter Pan not wanting to grow up. And in that movie, it gets to the end of the movie, Robin Williams is looking out the window, and I just love this quote where he says something to the effect that life is the great adventure. It is a wonderful adventure, and we need to take advantage of the opportunities in the life that we've been given today to see it as an adventure. Do you see life as an adventure? Well, let me give you 5 steps that will help you to see it more as an adventure. The first I would suggest to you to make life an adventure is to learn. I just had a video about de-stressing and the benefits of reading. Reading is a wonderful adventure as we enter into the lives of other people, some fictitious. The learning that takes place in the process of reading can really add that influence and that encouragement to your life to think outside the box and to see the opportunities that are there. But in this video, I want to add to that idea of learning. There are so many opportunities that we have to learn that will spice up and encourage us in our life. Jan and I have gotten some courses from the great courses, and we've just recently gotten 3 that we're beginning to do in the evening to really make our evening something that we anticipate more and enjoy. The first one is a training, a video on dancing, and it takes you through any number of dances, and we've tried to work on dancing ourselves, and we're looking forward to taking this class and learning these different types of dancing. The second course that we got is a course on cooking, and we're going through that one right now on Sunday nights. It teaches you all about cooking, preparation, the utensils and the tools. It gives you recipes to really enhance your cooking skill. And it's just a wonderful way for Jan and I to spend the time together in the evenings. The third course that we're going to be taking is a self-defense course, Krav Maga. I haven't had any self-defense experience, and I thought this would be fun to do this, to learn these martial arts, how to defend ourselves, and to really expand our view and our horizon. I was excited to see that Janet wanted to take this class too. The second choice that I think we can make in order to have an adventurous life is to overcome our fears and the challenges in our life. We get so set in our mind, in our heart, accepting our limitation, accepting the fears, and realizing the challenges that we don't want to face. And so I really, in the second part of life, began to look at the fears that I've had. I had a fear of speaking. I had a number of fears and issues that I faced in my life, and that's been an adventure to overcome those. I have a fear of heights, and so to try to be in places where I could overcome that fear and deal with it. It's not just an adventure, but it's about improving myself and helping me to be more effective in areas of my life. I would ask you just to take a second, and if you're enjoying this video, push that thumbs up right now. The third choice that you can make in order to have a more adventurous life is to involve yourself in activities that are outside the normal experiences that you would have, that would push you to the limit. There have been some things that I've taken in the past that I've really enjoyed. One year my boys got me a certificate for isolation tank. I don't know if you've ever done that. It's an interesting experience where they put you in a tank that has salt water. They close you in for an hour and you just sit there isolated from all sight, from all smell, from all noises. And it's a very interesting and very challenging experience. Another activity that I did just a year or two ago was indoor skydiving. I committed to myself that I would never go skydiving really, but this was a wonderful opportunity for me to at least in part experience skydiving. I've enjoyed those experiences. They've added a little bit of adventure in my life. There are experiences that maybe you need to choose to face, things that you should do that will add some enjoyment and adventure to your life. I know one year that Janet and I went up to Napa Valley, and one of the things that we did was we had a mud bath where you are almost totally immersed in a hot mud bath, and that was a very interesting and adventurous experience. The fourth step that you could and maybe should take to add adventure to your life is to think about travel. As Janet and I have gotten in the second part of our life, we have a list of places around the world that we want to go to, from the Alaska Inland Passage to northern Italy to somewhere in the Caribbean. There are places that we want to go that will be an enjoyable vacation for us now that we have more of the ability to pay for those adventures, that will add a little bit of interest and intrigue to our lives as we have the opportunity to go to those places. Where are the places that you want to go to in your life? What are the continents? What are the places in the world that you've never seen that you need to make the choice and the commitment as an individual or as a couple to set down, when are we going to go to these places? What's the timeline? And to begin to save and prepare for that. Well, the fifth step that you can take in order to have an adventurous life is to think about the opportunities you have to make a difference in the world and other people's lives. I think that this has been one of the most exciting and encouraging things for Janet and I. For some years now, we have been committed to being involved in counseling. We meet with premarital couples. We've done a lot of marriage counseling really over the last 20 years. And that has been a wonderful source of excitement as we have seen God change people's lives, to have a front row seat to see the things that can happen in people's lives as they make the right choice, as they choose to make the changes in their life. We've also committed ourselves to meeting with individuals one-on-one to mentor them, younger people. And that's been another source of a great adventure and excitement in our life. These are the things that really keep me motivated when I think about my life and all the mundane things that we need to do, from work to cooking to cleaning. When I add to that these sources of adventure and opportunity to help others, that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me excited. Well, I hope that you've been encouraged to think about the adventures in your life, whatever those adventures will be. We need to be faithful with the responsibilities that we have in our life, but we also should enjoy our life. And part of our enjoying our life is the choices that we make and the people that we're able to impact. So I encourage you to think about that, to talk about that as a couple, and to begin to make some of those choices to add that adventure and enjoyment in your life. Well, thanks for watching my video, and I just want to encourage you to subscribe. If you subscribe, then you will get a notification when a new video comes out, and it will help me to have more visibility on this YouTube channel. I'd also encourage you, if you know of somebody who would be encouraged by this content, would you email them? Would you text them a link to this YouTube video so that they can know about it and they can benefit from it also? My challenge to you and my desire in this YouTube channel is to realize that the second half of life is not just a part of life where we're just coasting or we're just existing, but it can be a time of great adventure, because the best is yet to be.